Number 3. Enrix.angelfire.com. Enrix is a website hosted on Angelfire. It has been online since at least 2013. The main page of the site features a photo of a woman who looks like a doctor. The photo has been traced to the website of a dental clinic in Bangkok, Thailand. There are also a few paragraphs of text written in Thai. When translated with Google's translation service, the text reads, Enrix, a complex disease that can be devastating to the individual as well as family members. Patients will receive adequate support and counseling are useful in the fight against disease. Gomex is the medical term, is often thrown patients suffering Enrix. It is very important to understand the medical before. Any further progress plan is Enrix Gomex, the growth of glandular tissue in the human body. Gomex planned to occur as a result of genetic mutations in the cells of the glandular tissue. Genetic mutations cause a significant change in the growth of normal cells, may be abnormal structure and configuration of cells in Gomex plan may appear to be pseudo-stratified and often irregular in shape. Gomex. The plan is good or bad depending on the activity in the cells. Almost all types of plans in the state before Enrix Gomex with pronounced changes in cancer cells. Plan Gomex also be the source of tumor pituitary plans. Gomex, Gomex plan, Gomex kidney, liver Gomex, breast Gomex, bronchial Gomex, and many other thyroid. Gomex plan also affects the endocrine, tubular exocrine glands in the human body. Some of the most modern methods of treatment is non-invasive and painless, depending on the stage of progression of the disease. Therefore, it is important to spread knowledge about the disease in order to avoid complications. Gomex is not a real disease, and the meaning of the term, if it indeed has a meaning, is not known. Clicking on the photo of the doctor causes the photo, as well as the site's text, to become increasingly distorted. Eventually, you are taken to a page with an image of a blue smiley face and distorted text reading, "Please wake up," and "Thank you for visiting our website." Clicking on the link at the top of the page, which reads Enrix, takes you to a page with an image of a key. At the bottom of this page is a link which reads Bypass Login. Clicking on it takes you to a page with an embedded YouTube video, which is a recording of the Persephone Numbers Station. Numbers stations are radio transmissions of unknown origin which have been reported all across the world, and they frequently broadcast tones, unusual sounds, and voices which often repeat numbers. Number stations are widely believed to serve as instructions for spies located in the area the station is broadcasting from. The inclusion of a link to a number station recording on the Enrix site has led some to speculate that the site contains some kind of code or hidden meaning, perhaps one which means something only to the message's intended recipient. Of course, it could also be completely meaningless. A link to the YouTube recording of the Persephone Numbers Station will be included in this video's description, but be warned that the recording is in a frequency that has caused some people to report feeling nauseous after listening to it. Number 2. TimeCube. TimeCube was a website founded in 1997 by Gene Ray, a self-proclaimed godlike being with superior intelligence, who used the website to promote his theory of the time cube. The crux of Ray's theory is that each day on Earth is actually 4 separate days which occur simultaneously. According to Ray, all of mainstream science and academia are engaged in a massive cover-up aimed at hiding the truth of his theory from the human population. Many parts of his website offer dire warnings about what will happen to those who don't believe his theory, and also ridicule and threaten those who disbelieve. In a rare television appearance, Ray attempts to explain his theory, and also warns against the consequences of not accepting it. Have a look.
Right, it has 4 corners. When it shines at midday, it simultaneously creates a midnight. Where the 2 majors join, it creates the 2 minors of sun up and sundown. And each corner quadrant of Earth rotates to its own separate 24-hour days.
Well, the Earth is a sphere, though. It's not a cube.
It's composed of 4 quadrant corners. Each corner, because it rotates in 4 different directions simultaneously. Toward midday, midnight, sun up and sundown. It rotates those directions simultaneously. Each one of them has its own separate day. The Earth has a top and bottom, front and back, and 2 sides. The human has a top and bottom, front and back, and 2 sides. Now, the human head has 4 corners, nose, 2 ears, and a back corner. But they don't have the 1 corner face. It's only 1/4 of who they think they are. 1 corner, but they go around the 4 corners in a lifetime: the baby, the child, the parent, and the grandparent. We don't recognize human metamorphosis.
Gotcha. You know, really, I mean, do you think that this should be taught in schools from kindergarten on up through the graduate departments?
It's the only principle that'll save humans from self-destruction, like Easter Island. They went in, cut the trees down, ate the animals, the chickens, the rats, and then they started practicing cannibalism. The U.S. is on the same path. It's just a larger island.
So if we don't start believing in the time cube principle, we're going to resort to cannibalism?
That's right.
Unsurprisingly, the majority of those who encountered Ray's theories wrote them off as nonsense, but at least one person took the theory seriously: Richard Jansarski, a college student from Australia who described himself as a disciple of Ray's and set up his own internet forum to promote Ray's theory. In 2007, he traveled from Australia to meet Ray in America and discuss the time cube. In 2008, there was a falling out between Ray and Jansarski, with Ray denouncing Jansarski on his website and threatening to sue him. The reason for their falling out is not known, but it appeared to have a negative effect on Jansarski's mental health. He stated he would need to reevaluate his life, was converting to Christianity, and taking time off from his forum. There are conflicting reports on Jansarski's feelings toward the time cube theory after his and Ray's fallout, with some reports stating that he denounced the theory, while others stated that he continued to promote the time cube. This despite the cube's theory clearly stating that Jansarski's new religion, Christianity, was evil. Roughly a month after the fallout, Jansarski took his own life by jumping in front of a train. Ray died in 2015 at the age of 87. Number 1. Yvette's Bridal. Yvette's Bridal is a store based out of Panama City, Florida. Nothing much is notable about what the store sells, mostly wedding and prom dresses, but as you can see, they have one of the most bizarrely designed websites on the net. The site contains dozens of pages, from the mundane, such as photos showing off dresses and pages of recipes, to the bizarre, such as macabre artwork and poetry. For example, "You steal my heart the way the wind steals through the tops of the long leaf pines and through the open window blinds late on a summer's night. You give me that funny feeling inside, like butterflies and squirrels turning all around inside my tummy. When I stand close to you, I can't swallow or catch my breath, and my skin goes hot. There's a ringing in my ears, and my knees get weak. All I do, both day and night, is dream about holding you tight. I'm too scared to touch you, yet nothing would please me so much, and you smell good, like a Victorian confectioner's, like a candy store in winter." One of the strangest pages contains text which reads, "All they would tell us is that certain classified documents in the possession of a well-known psychiatric institution, which we will not name here, indicate that the site in question is part of a sociological experiment aimed at probing the truth about human nature, the truth about what is being done to humans on planet Earth, and the truth about government and corporate involvement therein." At this point, the recording becomes garbled, so that what is stated next is uncertain. However, the last 90 seconds of the recording are clearly audible and distinct. Yes, Leonardo da Vinci did paint a self-portrait, the so-called John the Baptiste painting, for which it is alleged that Leonardo's apprentice, Sali, posed as the model for the figure, is actually a self-portrait of the great master himself, performed by his own hand. If you will look closely at Leonardo's upper lip, you will see a distinguishing physical characteristic which can be confirmed by exhuming his remains. The great master leaves us a clue to this distinguishing characteristic in precept number 353 of his Tratto della Pittura. If you wish to make a chimera, an imaginary animal, appear natural, let us suppose a serpent, take the head of a mastiff, the eyes of a goat, the ears of a porcupine, the brows of a lion, the temples of an old cock, the neck of a sea tortoise, and the mouth of a hare. The mouth of a hare. The alphanumeric characters V and 8 are then mentioned, and as yet we haven't been able to ascertain whether this was done as a means of cataloging or if it is somehow relates to the esoteric code of the recording itself. For immediate release, 3:09 a.m., 4th April 2010. It's possible that there are even stranger parts of Yvette's bridal, as the site is difficult to navigate and most pages are not linked on the home page. Have a look for yourself and see what you can find. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you found it interesting. If you enjoyed it, please like, check out my other videos, and subscribe.